8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, hello everyone to a live. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so I'm looking forward to doing it again. And as the banner says down on the bottom there, we are going to be doing some reviews of some websites. So I brought in an expert that actually knows how websites work and how they should drive you traffic and how they should make you money. So we're going to take a look at some websites. So love it if you could drop it in the comments, your website. We're also going to be giving away a bunch of free merch. Everyone likes some free stuff. I got free shirts. I got some hoodies. I got hats. I got all kinds of stuff that we're going to be giving away today. So in order to get one, all you got to do is just in the comments, just put your say hello, put your location, put your company website, whatever it is. And as we have Embry Smith saying here, first, he definitely is first on YouTube. So we appreciate that and everything. So again, put your comments down there. I am going to bring Mr. Nick Adams onto the show here. So Nick, welcome to our live event, man.
Hey, thanks so much, Tyler. Excited to be here, man.
Yeah, I know we're live. We just had a podcast come out and everything, but why don't you just explain to everyone who you are and what you do so they kind of know what we're going to be doing here today on the episode.
Yeah, for sure. I see Kyle just sent in. I think we got our first shop to look up. So I am the managing director of Dieselmatic. We are a digital marketing and web design agency specifically for truck repair shops. So we have a suite of services that are all geared towards getting truck repair shops more customers consistently. We are the solution to all of the frustrations that repair shop owners go through in trying to find a local marketing company who understands the truck repair industry. If anyone out there has ever tried to have their website built and you had to explain what an EGR is and what DOT inspection is to your web design or marketing agency, we are the ones who know all of that information, and you don't have to waste your time trying to teach us all of it.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this because I think it's like we said in the podcast, a website's a tool to make you money. That's really what it is at the end of the day. So there's a right way to do it, a wrong way to do it. And we got a couple people from LinkedIn popping in here as well. So Joseph Humphreys, great to see you there. William, nice to see you as well, sir. Hello. Good to have some people on here. So Nick, hopefully you can figure out how to screen share. But I think we go back to Kyle, and we're gonna let him pick what's of the swag we want here as well. So let's have him maybe you can go on Google and find his website if he has a website. Maybe he doesn't even have a website. I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now. So we'll walk through the process. We're gonna test out screen sharing. Let's see how we go here. But the way that we want to do it is we want to look at how the customer is going to find your shop. So first thing, if they know your shop name and they Google it, we're gonna have 406 Fleet Maintenance. So Tyler, I think I have my screen up there. I think you might have to enable.
Yep. Look at add to stream.
Sharing.
Look at that. I'm figuring
it
out.
Cool. So 406 Fleet Maintenance. They've got a website. So this is a .business site, which is this is the site that comes along with your Google profile. Honestly, it's a pretty good way if you don't have a business website yet. When you go into your Google My Business profile, if you don't have a Google My Business profile, definitely need to get one. But you can go to the little website section and it will auto-generate a little website like this for you. They're decent. They're not, they don't produce fantastic results. But you can see here, it kind of breaks down who they are and what they do. 406 Fleet Maintenance. Cool. So a good example, actually, we'll switch right here. Gallagher Fleet Solutions. So they're in Mooresville. This is a Dieselmatic site. So one of the main things that 406 isn't doing that you can do, add the types of services that you guys provide onto your site. So you'll see on Gallagher, we've got a full breakdown of every service that they offer. So if a fleet needs DOT inspections, they can go right here, see that they've got heavy duty DOT inspections, fill out the form, and they'll be on their way.
So Nick, I'm going to relate this to me. I just moved to a new city, and I needed to get my car serviced. And I'm like, okay, well, who actually works on this type of car? And it was hard going on websites because I'm like, well, I mean, I need some AC work done. I need an oil change. I need some brake work. Do they do AC? Because I have they need newer machines for the newer vehicles. They don't use R134A. They use new stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Do they have it? Do they not? And it was hard because they didn't actually tell me. So I had to I was clicking around until I found someone that specifically said, we work on these. I'm like, oh, that guy gets my business.
Yeah.
And at first I might have done it. They just weren't telling anybody that they did it.
Well, totally.
So,
and you might have had to call to find out too, which a lot of people just don't want to do.
It was after hours. Yeah. I wasn't going to do it at 10 o'clock at night when I'm trying to find this.
Exactly. Maybe you'll send an email. Maybe you'll get a response back. There's a lot of, making sure that all of your services are clearly articulated is a huge first step. So 406, that would be, I think, the main thing that I'd recommend doing with this business site. I believe with the Google My Business profile as well, you can add your services in, which is a really important thing to do. So break down all of those services, right? You've got everything that you provide: brakes, coolant systems, drive lines, EGR and DPF cleaning if you do that. Add all those in. And I believe with the Google My Business site, you have the ability to add those into that page as well. I know we had.
I was going to say here. So Kyle, I know you specifically didn't ask your website. I appreciate putting it up there and everything. And I'm sorry, Shauna, is it the DL at Diesel Laptops or DL at diesellaptops.com?
The DL.
So Kyle, hopefully you're still watching. If you email us at thedl@diesellaptops.com, I need your address and I need your shirt size, and we will send you out. We'll send you one of these long sleeve Diesel Laptop shirts here out to you, allowing us to kind of look at your website there. So I appreciate you throwing your company name out there. We'll get that to you. Please email us at thedl@diesellaptops.com. So sorry there, Nick, to cut in there on you.
No, all good. Cool. Yeah. The last thing that I'd say for Kyle is to add in your location. So something that a lot of shop owners will do is they will Google their business name all the time to make sure they're coming up, but they won't Google their area. Obviously, that's not, if a customer doesn't know who you are, they're not going to be looking for your business name. So checking out 406 fleet maintenance. So yeah, put your address in here because I don't know where you are. It's not showing up. But what you can do is Google your city name and diesel repair near me or truck repair shop near me and see where you rank. It's a really simple way to figure out if you're showing up for other customers.
So Nick, can we do that? Can you go on Google and he's in Great Falls, Montana, based on the comment he gave. Can you just Google truck repair, Great Falls, Montana? Let's just see if he pops up anywhere. And because really that's what you want, right? You want when people are in your area for your site to pop up. And obviously there's some paid listings there and everything. So let's see if he's I always say this, the best place to hide bodies is page 2 of Google because nobody goes there.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see where
so we're not anywhere on page 1, which Rocky Mountains Facebook page comes up. Truck down and Yelp and find truck service. If those are coming up before you, it's a good sign that you have a lot of opportunity to rank in that area, because those services are obviously larger companies, but they're not specific to a user. So as a local repair shop, you definitely have the ability to rank above them. So that's a good one.
So Nick, I got to imagine that truck repair isn't like a highly competitive online thing for specific geographic regions. Does it? If someone knows what they're doing, does it take much effort to get them to rank to page one for truck repair, or is it usually you just got to knock out the 101 stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely depend on the location, the age of the domain. So if you recently bought the domain, a very simple way to look at how Google does what it does. The two guys, Larry and Sergey, who started Google, they started it when they were in university, and they realized that papers that, I know this is boring, but it's simple. Papers that were more popular and held in higher esteem, more people referenced them and talked about them. So Google is built on that same premise. So if a website is, more people are talking about it and linking to it, it's going to be held higher in the rankings.
Yeah. Well, we have another person here asking. So Hutchinson Diesel, you want to try to find their
Cool.
Oh, you already had it up there. You're ahead of me. All right.
Yeah, we're ready. So first thing, good job. You guys have a 4.6 with 11 Google reviews. You can definitely get that up in a higher number. 4.6 to 4.8 is actually the ideal rating on Google. 5.0 is considered less trustworthy because it just doesn't feel like you have as many legitimate reviews. So if you can get that 4.6, keep it there and get, into the, 40, 50 reviews, that's great. The way that we do review requests is by API integrations with your shop software, and then sending review requests to customers based on being a new customer. And we'll do little things like ask customers in the email to click. We'll give 5 stars. Click your review rating. If they click the first 2 stars, like 1 or 2, it'll send them to a form on your website where you get the feedback directly, and it doesn't go to your Google ratings. If it's 3, 4, or 5, it'll just go to your Google page. So a good little tip on if you want to set that up yourself on how to kind of help gatekeep those reviews and make sure good ones are coming in.
Yeah.
So Hutchinson
Diesel,
sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah, these live things are always fun. I was to say same thing with us when you talk about the automated reviews. So I mean, we have an e-commerce site, we sell products, and we use an app where it just sends people reminders like, hey, you bought this product, leave us a review and let us know how it is. And all that goes back to just helping you at the end of the day and helping other users getting that traction going on your website.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then as a business owner, you're doing it because you want to provide a solid service to people, and poor reviews. I mean, we all know that there are people out there who, they're just impossible to please, but there are also people who just slip through the cracks, and, you might have the opportunity to turn a bad experience into a good one. So again, Hutchinson Diesel, they are using the Google My Business website. And this is a perfect second one to use because they are doing the exact thing that we were talking about last time. So they actually broke down all of their services on the site. So you can see like all of the services they provide: general heavy duty truck repair, DOT inspections, fleet maintenance. Really good job, guys, on breaking that down. Again, the testimonials on a Google site go right in there. Adding photos in, super important. Again, we can go back to give Gallagher some more love, but adding in lots of photos of shop staff. So, these are real photos of Josh, one of their techs, working in their shop. All of these are, photos of their shop. You can hire a local photographer to come by. We always take care of that for our customers. But having real shop photos is super important. just showing about the company, having a solid about page, having a careers section where you can post jobs that are open. So Hutchinson, I would say we'll do a check too and just see Poplarville. Check where they come up.
I mean, it's always it, right? Like, where do you rank when people look for you?
Yeah, cool. So you've got some competition, Bernie's and Culpeppers, but you guys are coming up. That is kind of the downside of the general Google My Business page. So you're on the first page, probably 8th position. With a custom website, you're able to, just track it better, optimize it better, show people that you provide the services they're looking for. But overall, you guys are doing a pretty good job, better than most.
Yeah. So Hutchinson Diesel, again, thank you. I got a nice Diesel Laptops hoodie for you here. So just email us at thedl@diesellaptops.com with your address and your shirt size, and we will get you out one of those hoodies right out to you. So thank you for letting us go through your website. So hopefully everyone's seeing this isn't too painful. And I have one for you here, Nick. So Jim with Penfleet has been he's been a customer of Diesel Laptops for quite a while. A great guy. I've met him in person a bunch of times. Actually, just moved to Florida, so I got a chance to catch up with him at one of the last trade shows. So let's give Jim a review of his website here and tell us what you see. And he's got a thick skin, so if you see anything you think you can tweak, let him know.
Cool. Don't hold back.
Here we go, Jim.
Cool. Right off the bat, good breakdown of the services you provide. A little bit dated in the overall design. Let's do a quick check. The footer is always a telling place to see if the last time you've updated. Okay, so they don't have a date, so we don't know the last time that they actually updated the site. But what we'll do as well, and we'll do this live, so you're getting the real results. Site called gtmetrics.com. It will always show you how fast your site loads for other users. So I know right now with the live stream, it might look a little laggy for customers or for everyone viewing, but you can go to this site, punch in your domain, and it'll give you the results of how quickly it loads. So if your site is taking more than a second and a half really to load, customers are probably going to leave. I'm sure, Tyler, like you guys have done a lot of that on your site.
Isn't it crazy that people have a attention span when clicking a link for about 2 seconds, right? and that's it. They're kind of done. And they want to, it's not working, it's not loading. What's going on? So yeah, I mean, we look at it. I mean, we look at bounce rates. I mean, we're trying to get a little more advanced on our side. I mean, we have a website. We get some good traffic, and now we're kind of like, okay. The interesting thing people need to realize is, at least for us, the vast majority that go to our website don't engage. They don't pick up the phone call. They don't buy something. They don't fill out a form. They come there, they learn, and they get off. And our mentality and our marketing team, we're trying to get them focused on, okay, that 95% that don't engage, how do we get them engaged so we can get them in our funnel to understand and get them on our mailing list, get them some free stuff. What do we do here to help these people? So I'm prepared for you to throw my website into that website, to that GT Metrics website as well. But go ahead and talk about the results that you showed.
To be honest, I think I did check it out a while ago, and you guys are doing pretty good.
Well, thanks.
But
Shopify.
this is
shout out to Shopify. That's who posts
yeah. This is a breakdown for you, Jim. It shows you the honest score that you get. So the big one that you want to look at is the LCP, largest contentful paint. So all that means is how long does it take for the user to be able to see all of your website? So different parts load at different amounts of time. Right now, 2.5 seconds it takes for your website to fully load for a user, which for a lot of people, especially if you're on lower like speed, then yeah, it's going to take even longer than that. If they're on mobile data, it's going to be probably more like 5 seconds, and they might bounce off. This little breakdown here shows you what it looks like for each second. So some of the things you can also do, I mean, you can do this yourself, Jim, but that gives also a breakdown of really simple things that you can do. So avoid big network payloads. So here, these images aren't sized properly. So they're essentially, if an image is, we'll go back to here. 1200 pixels wide. That one's probably more like, 2400 or something, twice the size. It creates an unnecessary load on the website and makes it take longer to load. The big thing that you have to keep in mind with the purpose of why you're trying to do all these little things is that Google and Bing search engines in general have evolved a lot to ensure that the user is always getting the best experience possible. So what that means is Google showing the correct website for the service that the user is searching for? Is the website providing a good experience for the user? And they gather all that information. Google will gather all that information by things like how long does the user spend on your page? Do they send a contact form or click a button to call the shop? All of those things are signals in Google that will slowly help you rank higher.
Yeah, no, that's all good info there. And I'm gonna just go a little side note here. I had a comment that came on here as we were talking earlier. Yeah. Customer doesn't have enough money to complete repairs, not shortchanging repairs because of money. They don't understand their equipment. I think what Mr. Just B Cruz is talking about here is people having the ability to pay for the repairs inside the repair shops. So I'm going to give, I guess, two tips or two pro tips, let's call this, to help with this, because I was a service manager and we had a lot of people that came in and they couldn't afford it. So, what options exist? What else there? So number one, there was another comment on here by someone that can maybe help you in that regard a little bit. So Paige made a comment here. She says, hey, from IBS in Alabama. Well, IBS is a billing services company. We actually use him at Diesel laptops. So what IBS does is your customers, they apply for credit through IBS, and IBS then grants them credit. And the cool thing is if your customer does business with, say, Diesel laptops and already has an account with us, they then have an account with you already. And you can just bill through IBS. You get paid right away, and that customer has terms. And IBS is used by some of the largest trucking dealership networks in the United States. So it's a very good program. We use them. It really helps with cash flow and some of those things. But then coming to the fact, if they don't have good credit or they just have a problem, the other one I'm going to talk to you about, and they're not on the chat here, but head to trucksuite.com or repairaces.org would even be a better one. So Repair Aces is an association for independent shops, .org for the website. So Repair Aces, one of the things they do when you're a member of this and you own a repair shop is what they do is they have repair financing. So they will actually work with that owner operator or that fleet to put a financing package together so they can afford the repairs. And you, as the person doing the repairs, get paid up front. You're not on the hook for anything. You don't have to worry about it. And they're doing the collections with that customer on the other side. And they do work with people of all credit ratings. So repair financing is a thing a lot of people don't know about. I know when I was a service manager, I was searching high and low for it because I'm like, man, I want to make sure people can afford all these overhauls and these things we're doing. And I never could find something. I was always like, man, I wish they had something like you go to a retail place like Sam's Club and get a Sam's credit card, or you go to these retail stores. Like, why do we not have that for our industry? Repair Aces definitely has that. We're a member. We're one of the suppliers and founding members of Repair Aces. It's a great group over there. I'm actually going to be on at 3 o'clock today or 3:30 today on Facebook Live with the director over Repair Aces. So if you're on Facebook at all, you could head over there, do that. So with all that said, Jim, I'd say use the DL at Diesel Laptops, but you already got my cell phone number, and I think I know you already have my email address. So shoot me over what size t-shirt you'd like to have. So we got some of these black and white ones. There's the black one. We got some white ones as well. Shoot me over what size you want and the address, and we will get that over to you. No problem at all. So there's another one that came in here from a transportation company. So I know it's not truck repair. I'm trying to find where it was. I don't know if he has a web.
Vernla?
I know we have one on LinkedIn too from before. But there's someone who, okay, you can do that one first. And then we also got this direct transport one we can do as well.
Cool.
So go ahead. Go ahead with that one first.
This one's a good one because it's a really great site. They've done a great job with it. One of the main things that I was going to say, the last things that we could kind of touch on for Pen Fleet, something really actionable that Jim can do, have a more clear call to action for contacting the shop. You have, emergency dispatch and the phone number, but just doing things like having a very clear call to action at the top, book online or call. Right. Those are the two of the biggest things that people are looking for when they come to the shop website. So having those right away within the header and the menu. Right now it's hidden in the contact section. I would recommend putting it outside of that. But Vernla, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but they do a good job of that. Right. They've got their clear breakdown here of the work that they do. I looked at them a little bit. So they're a livestock transportation company. They have a mechanic shop that mainly services. It looks like they're just their own fleet. That would be one thing for you guys that I would recommend. If you do, service outside customers, make that a little bit more clear. Because it seems like it's just kind of telling people that your shop just works on your own trucks, which might be the case. But you guys have done a really good job of just integrating Instagram, having a contact section on the site, careers. All these things are obviously very important, especially in, that's a great photo. The tech shortage that's going on, right? You always want to be recruiting. You don't want to wait until you got your 2 weeks notice from your top tech and you got to replace them. You want to have resumes coming in.
Yeah, they get some clear call to actions on there. Was that a video I saw on the top of the fold on the homepage as well, or was that an image? I couldn't tell as you were going
on the. Yeah, it was a video. Yeah. Loading a little slow on the live stream. That's not necessarily that it loads slow all the time. It could just be the live stream, but yeah, they've got a. It's a good development. So they have a photo first, and then I believe the video loads once the page is fully loaded, which goes back to that largest contentful paint. You want to make sure that everything's loading for your user, and then heavier things kind of load in the background afterwards.
Yep. All right. So Vernla, if you're hopefully watching, otherwise I think you commented on the LinkedIn post from Wednesday. Was that the gentleman that did? I believe, Nick?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Just hit us up at thedl@diesellaptops.com, or, I guess DM me, since we're both on LinkedIn. Send you a shirt. We just need to know where to send it to and what size you'd like to have, and we'll get that right out to you in the mail. So I think there was one other one that was a transportation. I don't know if they have a website or not. Direct. I don't know if it's really is it direct. The direct train sport. Is that really what it is? Or is it direct transport just misspelled? I'm not sure. You want to try to?
Oh, direct. Yeah, that must be misspelled. Direct transport. All right, we'll see what comes up.
Yeah, that's a generic. It's a really generic name, right? That one might be hard to.
Chuck, if you can comment where you guys are located, might help us. But we can. This might be. We'll check this out and we'll see if it's it.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. So this seems like it might be it. Cool.
Sideways.
Lots of area for room for improvement here. So number one, the truck is sideways. So definitely want to at least make that the right way. We've got a good breakdown of the the services. So transportation, truck shop, trailer shop. Yeah, pretty 1990s. Could definitely be brought into the 21st century. Obviously, I think we're at 58% of all internet traffic is now mobile. So you always want to go onto your phone and check because especially if you're providing mobile services or like emergency breakdown services, road service and service calls, people are going to be looking on their phones when they're on the side of the road, and you want to make sure that your site is people can actually navigate it from their cell phone. This is probably not going to break down super well for a cell phone.
So Nick,
yeah,
these are independent shops. They're not 100 employee companies or smaller businesses. I mean, how much a year should they be spending, in your opinion, on a website? And I mean, I get the feeling they don't need to spend $20,000 a year to have a great platform to do these things. Like, what should they be looking to spend, or what are budgets typically, or how can you answer?
Yeah.
that?
So the best rule of thumb of the way that you want to look at your marketing budget, the way you should be budgeting out, and it's a great time of the year to start thinking about this coming into a lot of people's fiscal year end. You want to be looking at 3 to 5% of your annual gross revenue and allocating that towards marketing. If you're wanting to grow, you should be looking at what you want your annual gross revenue to be in 2 years. So if you say, let's say you're a small shop that's just starting out in Europe, within 2 years you want to be hitting the $1 million mark at 5%. That is, 3 to 5% is $30,000 to $50,000 a year on advertising as a whole, right? So obviously your website is a piece of that. It's the foundation, but then you also want to be tying in things like a solid Google Ads campaign, social media, not just organic social media content and creating a community, but also retargeting. So when people come to your website, Tyler, like you were saying before, how do we engage with people, and how do we make sure that if a customer comes to our site and they see that we provide the service that they want, but they're just not ready to contact yet, how do we keep making sure that our shop, it stays in the top of their mind? And you can do that through retargeting them, through retargeting Google ads or social media ads, so that they, while they're scrolling Instagram later that night, your shop will pop up and they'll see you.
Yeah. Online, folks, if you're listening to this, online marketing definitely works. It's how I built my business. It definitely can work for repair shops. Nick has case studies on how they have tremendous ROI. And if you listen to the podcast, one of Nick's biggest problems that he said was the fact that his shops are saying, turn it down. I don't have enough technicians to deal with all the work that's coming in the shop. So that's another challenge that we'll all get to one of these days.
Yeah.
But otherwise, so I want to thank, I'm trying to find the customer over here that said that in the chat. So Chuck, Yep. Well, I got a beanie hat for you, man. Shoot us an email, thedl@diesellaptops.com. We'll send you this. I got some other goodies I'll throw in the bag as well. And really appreciate you letting us take a look at your website and give you some feedback there. So, Nick, I think, we said 30 minutes. We've been on for a little more than 30 minutes, man. Time flies when we're having fun here. So I think we can probably call this an episode, man. Any last words or anything?
Perfect. Yeah, no, thanks for everybody who threw their websites out there. Hopefully we were able to give you some, actionable information that can help. We're always open to, if you go to dieselmatic.com. If you just want some more info and a one-on-one, you're welcome to schedule an appointment through our website. We have a calendar where you can just pick a time that works for you. And then just like Tyler and I are doing now, we'll have a chat. Not live so everyone else can watch, but
chat with me and some of my closest friends. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We're going to try to go back to doing these every week. We'll see how it is going to the holiday schedules and whatnot, but I really enjoyed doing this. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.